speaks several languages. Her topic for this afternoon would be the technological advances in accelerated wound repair, facial regeneration, and neuropathic pain. Please welcome our next speaker, Dr. Nuris Lampe.
About wound healing and the treatment with new technology. Anti-aging is equal health. And we focus especially on molecular basis with this technology. There are two factors that we take in account, and that is the biological circadian clocks and the cellular communication delivered in a specific order defined by time. Our cells have a circadian clock. The Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine 2017 was awarded for Geoffrey Hall, Michael Rashbash, and Michael Young for his discovery of molecular mechanism controlling the circadian rhythm. This is part of our experiment model of a protein and how this protein changes that the resonant energy stabilizes the protein and connect the two parts in much closer position. An aspect of how this signaling and works and how the energy and the resonance energy is transferred. What are the 5 basic mechanisms of signaling that we use and that's important for us? The first are the blueprints, ultra-low energy, where electrons control and amplify ion channels. Signals are emitted in variable discrete times. Multiple resonant signals emitted simultaneously, and a mega antioxidant effect by the electrons carrying the signals into the system. Sound, and there are different waves. They come in different complexity. You can see that as I said, resonate noise, of course, and that can be measurable. And as you see that most of the time we use microvolts in order to get much more accurate signals, DNA repair, and in all this cell injury, we will have a natural signal that will reconstruct and transcript a DNA of the proteins that has been studied in using a plasmon surface resonance in order to get this communication. So signaling to repair DNA, of course, this is what we are doing with this technology, trying to repair the DNA in open wounds, in wound healing. And in this research, we focus on the investigation of biosignals and how timing affect their meaning within the biological network. One of the diseases that we have studied and has been studied for a long period of time in dermatologists is psoriasis. Psoriasis is one of the diseases that has his own memory, his own cell. That means he multiplies in a very rapidly way, and it has a lot of inflammatory process because of this independent way the psoriatic cells multiplies themselves. You can see that at the beginning you can see there's acanthosis, very important acanthosis in psoriasis patients, and you can see all these markers that is the pattern of the inflammation of these cells. And of course, this is telling me that the circadian time of these cells are interrupted, and they are rearranging themselves in an independent way. So follow this. We can see treatments that we have been done in this kind of patient who had psoriasis. We can see there's a total recovery of the inflammatory skin problem. Another activity that can be measured in inflammatory pathway is the effect of viruses. What we can see here is that the treatment of these kind of inflammatory infections always also can be regulated by signaling pathways, and we can target these segments to enhance the cell cycle. So as the treatment goes on, as you can see, a patient that has been treated with this technology, and you can see the technology has restored the inflammatory process of the skin. It has restored the inflammatory process of the nerves, reduce inflammatory injury to the peripheral nerve of the skin, and you can see on the face of the facial nerve. Wound healing, and this is also part of going back in time, because when we do an injury, the cell repair himself, and there's multiplication of DNA. The wound close spontaneously. Mechanism of coagulation and the angiogenesis in wound repair, enhancement of the collagen. Collagen, actually, that not only the wound healing is collagen and angiogenesis, but also we want this angiogenesis and this collagen repairs with the other structures they are in the skin. Why? Because the skin does have many other cellular organisms that need for his complete healing, like nerves ending, like elastin, like hair shafts, etc. And we know, and like glands, sweat glands, fat glands, all the structure of the skin, because the skin has many structures that are functional for his integrity. So here you can see more patient with wound recovery after treatment with IREPAIR, and you can see the skin has been recovered in this whole structure. Also, we have treated many patients with diabetic foot, and one of the goals are not only the wound has been closed in shorter time, but also the neuropathic problems that you can see in diabetic neuropathy of this technology on the nerve's ending, removing or enhancing the function of the nerve and reducing the inflammation. Skin repairs has been very successful in his total structure. And as I said, all the cells of the skin has been enhanced and repaired with this technology. And you can see a patient with very good result. And this is another one I would like to show you here in this picture, because this wound is in a healing process, and when this healing process, like in first days of healing, repairing of the cells, is where this technology can repair much more structure of cells of the skin than skin that has already been healed, or scars that have been for many years, because there's no more inflammation there, and there's no repairing factor, there's no more repairing cells ongoing. So in conclusion, wound healing has been studied only by his endogenesis process. With the technology of resonance signaling, we are not only restoring angiogenesis, but also resonate through signaling with the collagen repair of the skin, the intrinsic nerve system of the skin, and inflammatory mediators. They stabilize wound repair of the skin and all the structure, which, as you can see in the results, a complete recovery of all the skin layers, inclusive the hair shaft. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for the invitation again. Hope you enjoyed the lecture.